Aaron is running very low. As I was saying, what I like about Hayes and Rebo combo on border lane is that this Kaja will actually play a bit frontal assault, giving a lot of room for the Elders to actually take last hits, where it's beneficial for Elders to actually gain the stacks in order for him to be the one-punch man. And with the combo done by Hayes, the protection and everything, Rebo, which is playing the Aldous, will have a very good stacking moment.
I think stacks are definitely important here for a lot for heroes that definitely need that that stack building capability. I do believe that scaling is going to be really important. The more he's able to stack early game, but oh my goodness, there goes a beautiful
EJ.
top up.
EJ!
EJ's gonna get taken down.
No, oh my god, that was a very intense moment here, but EJ still will go down, but they take it off by getting that Guinevere. Now they want to go for Lucy M, but Hayes did not want to use his divine judgment just yet. Because it will be a hard time for them to take out that Minotaur. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Aaron will be smacked just a little bit by Rebo, but nothing detrimental. So they're going to go back to the lanes and farm. And Rebo is going to be farming a bit careful here this time, as Kaja will be roaming here to help the other lanes. So we might see a very lonely lane here, bottom lane, where Leomon and Aldous might not be confronting each other just yet. However, rotation is coming in though.
All right, rotations are coming in from the side of a Reborn.
Bottom lane.
There are going to be a lot of pushes towards the bottom lane here. Got to be careful that member of Brand Esports does not get caught here by members of Reborn.
Yeah, so Rebo, I think he communicated to his teams that I might have a slight problem here in bottom lane. But crisis averted. Aldous is going to have another free farming phase here and bottom side. You can see there's a lot of rotations coming on Brand Esports. They don't stay too long in the lane except for Rebo. We've seen yesterday Rebo as well maintaining his position in a single lane, as you can see as of right now. The Aldous did not actually deter away from the lane just yet because he knows that he has to farm up. The only time he will actually go away if the team fights. But now EJ comes in. There's 3 men inside. Kaja just take down Hellcat in another sector of the map. And there you go. Reborn could not get that trade. Brand takes another one.
Brand was able to take another one here, about 1,000 gold, 1,200 gold advantage in their favor, and it sees that Brand right now looking towards starting that turtle and exacerbating their lead compared to Reborn. Reborn right now playing a little bit more reactionary rather than proactively, and is playing towards the tempo that is being set from the side of Brand Esports. What does Reborn have to do to stay relevant in this game?
I think they have to be more aggressive. They have to react faster, because you can see that Brand Esports kept putting in setups after setup, rotation after rotation, and I don't think Reborn could actually handle this much movement. What they need to do again is to control Brand Esports from actually setting up or do any kind of rotation that might be bad for them to actually face off against. Now, as you can see, Lucy M has been caught up, but Brilliant Fury does not come out. Coco denies all the DCs here with the Mountain Coil, and Mal uses the Night Force, try to jump on towards the Martis, but the Martis manages to actually gain a very good position here, avoiding crisis, and Reborn, an attempt that cannot bear any kind of fruit.
All right, attempts that can't bear any fruit here. We do see Coco trying to run away, coming in from the side of BRE. Reborn right now giving a little bit more pressure towards BRE. 1 kill for the side of Reborn compared to Brand Esports. Brand Esports definitely has the lead, but in terms of objectives, it's still fairly even.
Right, Shoes has been finished by everybody. That will be okay. More towards Brand Esports because they keep rotating, so it's essential for them to finish off the movement item first. But you can see that EJ is trying his best to actually try to defend mid lane. Coco is on the sidelines, will be the clearer of the minions. And from the minimap, you can see top lane, Lunox and Kaja will be pushing the top side and get the first turret of the game.
All right, so we do see that the first start of the game is going to get taken down, and there might be a little bit of action here over to the bot side, but they've got to be careful that they don't get either the Guardians barrier. Excuse me, they don't get Guardians barrier, and they don't get zoned out. Killing spree. Oh my gosh,
out of our camera, killing spree here. UG together with the Kaja takes a kill again on towards the Hellcat. With that, it's going to distort his growth very dramatically. And another turret has been picked up here by Brand Esports. Now fight is coming in. EJ has to run away. Winix jumps in too aggressively. But here comes the Malakas EJ together with his team. Gets that kill onto Genevieve. Now Lucian tries to go for the minions free. But there you go. The ult from Coco instantly make barbecue in mid lane. Brand Esports now at 6-1.
Barbecue all around. Somebody get your wings because Coco is cooking them hot and spicy. And we do see that the turtle now is going to be the main objective. It's going to be taken from the side of BRE. BRE right now with about 4,000 gold advantage and at least 2 turrets in their pocket already, looking to add pressure in all other lanes.
Oh, look at that Rebo. Whoa, my God. Kamanga Manga. That was amazing. One punch man here from the Elders. He's farmed up very well. All he needs was 3 amazing punch.
Yeah, I think that those were some really amazing punches, as you said. I do believe that most of that was made on mistake by Reborn.
Yes, man. Aaron was overextending, man. He was away from the range of his turret where Aldous, Rebo, simply whack him off.
Yeah, I think that they really need to make sure that EJ as well as Rebo and Hayes are pretty close to the carries, making sure that they don't get bursted down or even disabled even for a second. So I think that's going to be very good heading into this game. We do see Coco right now just hanging out in the mid side on... at the bush, excuse me.
All right. So you can see that Brand Esports plays a lot on the top side of the jungle of Team Reborn here. Aiming for that second tier tower on the top side and will get that turret very well here. The Minotaur tries to do something, but the defensive maneuver from the side of Reborn could not handle the push by Brand Esports. With 3 towers down and 7 kills in the bag, Brand Esports now is ahead in terms of gold, right around 6,000 also. But you can see now Rebo charging on towards Leomont. Leomont at bottom side will be ult up. EJ is there as well to provide backup. And there you go. Rebo gets the kill on towards Leomont.
That was a nicely done move there coming into the side of Brand Esports. And we see now EJ now goes spin to win, denying the creep as much as he can. But at the same time, he is planning to go spin to win over into the mid side. All
right, here Brand Esports asserting dominance against Reborn. At 9 minutes of the game, they are actually halfway through in getting to Reborn's base here. EJ getting a little bit aggressive, overextending to the front, trying to actually give some field of vision towards his teammates. Winix must play it careful, has been knocked up just a little bit by the Grog, but bottom lane, you can see Aldous just take down another turret to the bags of Brand Esports and Reborn.
Yeah, we do see now members of Reborn on the defensive position, whereas members of Brand now looking towards pressuring that mid side. Excuse me, Rebo is looking to pressure that bottom side, whereas EJ is going to the top side here. There are going to be 2 ways pushing towards the turrets. So I think that this is going to be very good. 4 turrets in their favor compared to Reborn's 1 turret and 7,000 gold, 6,000 goal advantage in favor of Brand. What does Reborn need to do to stay relevant in this fight and bring the fight towards Brand Esports, Mats?
I'm so not sure because now EJ, again, being very aggressive here as a tank. And look at that, EJ pumping up the machine guns. Eren running very low, but EJ is committed in fighting this fight. Where is his backup? I think EJ is fine to actually walk away with a little bit of a scratch. Man, well, Aldous pushing in the bottom side, gains another turret for Brand Esports. I am not sure what Reborn is going to do. And Coco has been knocked up twice here by the Guinevere. Comes in with that Hellcat, but the Guinevere will get that kill. And EJ coming in a little bit late to save his friend. But now they get that Kimi. Kimi goes down, Kaja gets the kill. Lucian overextended, has to actually flicker to the back. Guinevere jumping up. Here you go. EJ running through, almost getting that Minotaur, but EJ will be staying alive as Minotaur will go down. My mag has gone away. Aldous takes down as well towards the Leomon, and oh my gosh, Brand Esports doing amazing job here in this game.
It seems that the Filipinos are schooling members of Reborn, of the Malaysian Reborn team with some beautiful gameplay. Like I said beforehand, the Brand Esports team is definitely one of the more Marcelino players on the entire on the entire bracket, and it shows in terms of their gameplay. We do see Brand Esports right now not only going for their turtle, not only going for the Lord, but looking to end this game as quickly as possible. As Lord has been slain, it's either going to go to the top lane or even the middle lane, so it really depends. I do like the idea. Oh, the knockup there coming in on Sins, and Mal right now going in for the shutdown. Third kill of the game for the side of Malaysia, and well, shall we see another few kills? They need 9 more kills to stay active and to stay ahead. But at the same time as well, we know that coming in from Brand Esports, they're no slouches. They're really, really well planned.
Yes, also Brand Esports 12-3, a very big margin here for the Filipino team. Reborn from the start of the game until up to this point, playing defensively. They can't even go overextended. They can't even go aggressive. They can't even find pickoffs, where Brand Esports would be punishing them slowly over the mistake, over the fact that they are not disturbed. As you can see now, Lord has whacked a few damages away from the turret, and EJ overextended just a little bit, giving another free kill here to Team Reborn. And what I can say is that Brand Esports should not be a bit too comfortable over the fact they are actually pushing in, because we saw a few mistakes. We just saw just now that they tend to overextend too far, up to point that a lot of their members is isolated, where Reborn could actually take advantage and get the kill. If they continue this kind of momentum, this kind of mistakes, Reborn could do a comeback against Brand Esports. So Brand, you have to be careful.
Brad definitely has to be careful here, as Rebo now looking to getting that kill over to Lucy M. This doesn't look good for the side of for the side of Reborn here. They need to work a little bit harder to make sure they stay relevant in this in this category.
Yes. So now Reborn, you can see that a few items has been picked up on the side. Again, Reborn. Leomar, despite being 0-3, he manages to actually get an endless battle together with the Blood Atlas Axe, which is the core item for Leomar. BOD on the side of Kimi, and also, funny thing, Winter Trakian has been picked up quite early here towards the Marksman on the side of Reborn. Guinevere only has a concentrated energy and Holy Crystal, not much impact here, but could actually sustain her quite well in the fight. And look, now Brand Esports is preparing for an ambush, but Reborn is actually just, playing it safe, just staying with the base.
Well, this is going to be very interesting here, coming in from EJ, Lucy M, as well as Silo and Synzex. Oh, Synzex goes up with the 3-man knock-up there. No follow-up coming in. EJ just bounces away.
All right, so now Brand Esports controlling Reborn, not allowing them to exit at all. Their base. There you go. Divine Judgment on towards the Minotaur. Coco gets the kill. Guardian's Barrier placed slightly to the front, but I guess that's fine. And another kill goes to Brand Esports. They are looking into trying to crash into Reborn's base here. Winx comes to the front. Guinevere gets a kill on towards the Lunox, but EJ a little bit drunk over the charge, but he can actually recover from this. No, he's not. Will be taken down by Eren. Now Leomar has managed to find his revive. Winx goes in, but Clone has come out. Coco and Haze has to run away, but Silo has been caught up. The kill goes to Kaja, and now Coco going ballistics here. Wants to go for the kill, but Ma comes in with the Dark Nightfalls and also the Pulse. Winx has to jump away. Mega kill by the Aldos, the Malakas Aldos. Double kill. Wants to go for triple. Still inside the base of Team Reborn. He still wants to go for another fight. Coco Haze together with Rainbow will try to end this game.
They have 15 minutes in the clock already, and I think that it's just going to be less than 20 minutes here as we're going to see another one gets taken out by Coco.
Oh my gosh, nice job.
Definitely a nice job there being done from the side of Coco, and I do like the fact that there is quite a bit of pressure here being brought out from the side.
No, could not get the kill, but Brand Esports gets the win.
Yeah, that was a very good show there coming in from the side of Brand Esports. I think this may be our first game of the day where it goes 2-0 coming in if Brand Esports actually keeps up this kind of level of progression. Let's take a look at the ending scorecard, and let's make what's it called? Let's make a little bit of analysis here. What do you think about this?
All right, Rebo farmed up very well, and all that he do in that game was actually just push. He does not take a lot of kills. I mean, he take quite a number, which is 5. But you see the tower damage done by him. Almost 20k, 60% of all the pushes that has been done in the game, in his team, is done by Rebo alone. That's why he's the MVP of the game. He does not drop a single death. He has a very good kill again and also assist. This does not participate in a lot of team fights, but he still does his job as a very good carry and also pusher.
All right, so let's take a look at the side of Reborn, though. Not very good in terms of the Minotaur. The Lunox there is all right, I think. Coming in from the side of...
Lunox was the side of Brand. On the side of Reborn, Kimi did quite a lot.
Yeah, Kimi, excuse me. Yeah, oh my goodness.
It's okay, bro. You can see that throughout the game, Kimi has the highest damage here, 48,000. Second highest damage is from UG, that Lunox 46. So despite Silo or Silo has the capabilities to do some damage, but still, this game is not about kills. It's about getting down the objectives, getting the base destroyed to get the win. So now, we just finished round number 1. But we are not yet over because this is a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. So each team needs to get 2 wins. And how do you need to go a bit...
Oh, sorry.
Take you.
All right. So one thing I would like to highlight is the fact that it is a best of 3, so maybe Malaysian team Reborn might actually come around and turn it.
Yes,
but
correct.
The thing is, when you've already been stomped like that, it can do wonders towards your confidence, towards your play style. So I'm wondering whether or not the Malaysian team will be able to adjust, whereas the Filipino team is pretty strong in terms of... what's the word for it? Synergy.
Correct.
Synergy. I mean, they work together. They work towards a common goal. So I feel like that's not going to be an issue for a lot of these teams.
Correct. But okay, let's say I assume, let's say Brand Esports actually gets another win. Oh, sorry, my bad. My pen fell off. But it will not be the end here. Oh, thank you. It will not be the end here for the side of Team Reborn, as their seeding is their saving grace. Let's say if Brand Esports wins this one, another one, they are still not yet out from the game, as they will be returning to the loser bracket. We were explaining yesterday to the people around, why are they still playing though they already qualified for today? Because seeding plays a role. Right now, Reborn is the first seeding on Group B. Brand Esports is the first seeding on Group A. First and second seeding will have this winner bracket seeding, where if they actually lose the best of 3, they have another chance to actually come back in the loser bracket. However, in the third place seeding, they started off in the loser bracket. And if they lose any series in that loser bracket, they will be out for the count.
Oh, yes, they will be out for the count.
Yeah, so that's why seeding is very important
it is
yesterday.
It is very important to get that really good seeding. It's like running track and field, right? You want to get that good time even on your qualifying rounds, so you're able to actually get a nice little seeding.
Correct.
So you're able to maybe, like, if you're running, you won't be able to hit that corner way too hard.
Yes.
So I think that really plays a role in terms of a team, of how they train, especially with their mentality towards the game.
So that's why if, let's say, Reborn miraculously has a reverse sweep, Brand Esports will still not be out because they will be dropped into the loser bracket. Same goes to Reborn. If they dropped out, they're going to be going down to the loser bracket. So now, I think round number 2 is ready for picks and bans, I think.
I think so. I think no, I don't think so.
Not yet.
Not yet. But okay, now let's talk a little bit about hero tiers and what are your thoughts on that?
All right, it was a surprise to me that we're gonna see Aldous actually, because
why?
The general view of Aldous is that it's gonna be a late game comp, because Aldous, he needs to stack all the last 6 so in order for him to get his stacks of strength. Because the more stack that he has, the more painful he will become. But what Brand Esports displays here is that he displays a very early game Aldous. And the mistake from Reborn is that they did not actually deter or do anything to prevent Aldous from getting farm. Because, okay, you can put a Leomon on bottom lane to actually control the Aldous. But, dude, with a Kaja that can zone out the Leomon could not do anything. Lightning Surge come out, Leomon gets damaged. And if there's a slight chance here for the Aldous to come in to smack down the Leomon, he will do that. So, I think in the previous game, if a hero like Aldous comes in, or maybe any kind of hero that requires farming comes in, I think Reborn has to actually do something over that hero. And let's say, just now, They focus more on fights at bottom lane, disturbing Aldous getting that last hit, preventing him to get that stacks, and also maybe levels together with gold. Then maybe the outcome is slightly different.
Then I think that that's going to be something that we need to rely on here. Something that the team needs to rely on in terms of what they're going to be using to assist them get the better of the wins. Any glaring or stray observation that you feel that needs to be highlighted to any of the players here?
Well, I think composition should be... I mean, composition is okay, but what I put stress into is how you make use of the composition. Okay, you can see the Minotaur and Guinevere, these two heroes coming and jumping. They are very good to combo, but we didn't see a Minotaur and Guinevere combo. So it's kind of a waste to be picked, but never mind. Round 2 picks and ban this year. Chow and Harith has been banned up from both teams. This time, Reborn is going to be on the blue, Brand is going to be on the red, and 1 point is already towards the Filipino team.
All right, so let's take a look at Brand Esports going up against Reborn, blue versus red. Reborn on the left, Brand Esports on the right. So same bans here coming in for both sides, Anwar and Blitzcrank. Chow and Blitzcrank, excuse me, and Harith. One more ban still waiting to be banned out.
Did you say Blitzcrank?
I say Kaya.
Kaja.
Kaja, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, whoops. Yeah, it's been a long night, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Harith and
Kaja. Harith, Kimi banned out,
yeah,
Chow
maybe.
or Cho and Kaja.
Yeah, I think yeah. So
I
anyway,
think I heard you say Blitzcrank.
I did say Blitzcrank.
You did.
Whoops.
Wrong
I
game,
wanted
bro.
to say Franco, bro.
But no one, Franco, it looks like will be the first pick here.
I mean,
No,
same
never
thing,
mind.
same thing. You know, both can pull.
Yeah, correct.
Anyway, both of you guys, just so you guys know, now Lucy M is going to be picking out the Grok. I think that's going to be good because we're able to get that Guardian's Barrier to actually zone out people.
Correct.
EJ on the Kufra. So I do like the Kufra being picked out here for the side of Bren Esports. Good, does a lot of good damage. Leomon as well will be able to dive the back line. I think that for the side of Reborn, they do have options here.
Yeah, they do. Because now they have the next 2 picks. So they can pick anything that counters this Leomon and Kufra. I think the best one should be a Digi, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it should be a Digi here, but coming in, I think Bren wants to take that Digi up and try to deny it from Reborn or either ban it. Because for the most part, if you pick out the Digi now, you're actually opening up a counter pick for them.
Yeah, that's true as well.
So I think it'll be good to actually pick up that support Digi or that Roamer Digi towards the final few pick phases. Esmeralda and Selena there, and you went, why is that?
Because this is a very aggressive composition here from the side of Reborn. Because all the first 3 picks on the side of the Malaysian team is the one that will actually jump on you.
Yeah.
Which actually quite dangerous here. If let's say they bring in a marksman, it will be opened up for the Brand Esports to actually enter in and, well, without any kind of damager or carry in a team fight, most likely the fight will end up to the side of the team that actually takes out the damages. But that Franco,
I don't think it's just about the damage as well. I think it's also about the amount of follow-up, the amount of synergy a certain follow-up has. So when we look at Brand Esports, they've got quite a bit of follow-up here. We do see Coco on the Franco with the pull, with the hook, and most importantly with the Brutal Massacre. I mean, one of the longest suppression in the game. I think first compared to maybe Minoan Fury.
Yeah, you can see that. And also maybe a Guinevere's ult.
Yeah, and Guinevere's ult. So I think these 3 heroes, in terms of their knockups, in terms of their suppression, have really high levels of suppression here. So we do see now Cloud as well as Carry being banned out from both sides. The team Granger now being picked up from the side of Yuji.
Yeah, with two of the best marksmen of the meta being opted out. So the next best thing is either a Moskov or a Granger. But it looks like Brandon was going to go for the burst damage in terms of AD. So Granger is the marksman of choice, not Reborn. Would they bring a marksman or not? I'm not sure, because I think it would be dangerous for them to bring a marksman in, considering that they have a lineup that is very aggressive and very jumpy. So they should go
This is for Reborn.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why, as you can see right now, Hayabusa and Lapu Lapu is being hovered up. Lapu Lapu will be locked in. Okay, there you go. As I was saying, if they were to take some what you call a marksman, it will be very hard for them to execute this Grok, Esmeralda, and Selena combo. And Hayabusa and Lapu Lapu comes in instead. This Hayabusa will be put most likely as a split pusher. I assume that maybe this Hayabusa will not be in T5 for so long. Lapu Lapu has the mobility to actually maneuver himself. It's either by escaping or engaging. So this is a very good pick here. And well, to top it all off, for the side of Brand Esport, they need magical damage. And magical damage will they serve. Lunox will be locked in here. And both teams are ready to fight.
All right, now having a Lunox in your team is always good to have that supplementary magic damage coming in. I do like the fact that there are going to be two roamers here in Yuji and Rebo, whereas Eren and Sin now having that retribution.
Yes, that's true. Retribution for the jungle steals, and maybe as well last is over the Turtle and Lord. So this is a little bit of a game changer here for both teams, as they have brought up new composition to the platter.
All right, there is definitely going to be new compositions and, of course, conversations that's going to be following those kind of compositions. And I do believe that as we go into this game, right, there is a lot of teams that are basically watching and trying to learn as much as they can. So we do see that Franco might actually be like a good third or second pick option here. Sometimes maybe even the first, but you always want to secure the stronger tank compared to Franco.
Alright, here you go, guys. Round number 2 for our best of 3. Reborn will be on the blue. Brand will be on the red. And Brand Esports just needs one more win to go to the upper bracket semi-finals right here. And let's see if they can do so. If not, Reborn might have the chance to do a reverse sweep, but Eren right here has been engaged aggressively by EJ and Rebo, and the Filipino team pops it off with the first blood in less than 30 seconds.
In less than 30 seconds, it seems that first blood has already been spilled from the side of Rebo, from the side of Brand Esports. The Filipino team living up to their aggressive nature here, stunning the Malaysians with some really good synergy, but it seems that the Malaysians themselves are not a slouch. Hayes now has got to run back.
Alright, so now you can see that Leomon has used a sprint, trying to get away from the Esmeralda. The hook misses. He's almost actually hooking that Grok. Meanwhile, Coco again could not get any kind of piece here, as Winix is there. Fire is coming in here. The buff on the top, on the bottom side here. Lunox will be taken down. Again, Hayes misses another hook here.
Hayes again. Hayes again with not a good hook. I mean, we did see Brand Esports yesterday, especially Hayes, play some crazy plays, and I think that he should be focusing on the fact that his crazy plays only come when he has a straight line towards the enemy carry. Will be able to catch them with either predictive or a reactionary shot, and will immediately suppress him. As soon as he suppress, I think that they want any more trouble.
Yes, correct. So now we are draw at 1-1, coming 2 minutes into the game. Hayes has to step up his game. He misses 2 essential hooks in the beginning of our match. So if he continues this mistake here, then Brand Esport might have a problem in handling Reborn here. Eren.
Ooh, nicely done.
Here comes the EJ jumping in, but maybe it's the trap. Rebo is left all alone at the back and will be taken down here by Selena. Luciem opens the sprint together with EJ as well. Silo coming in a little bit later, but Kufra manages to find cover, and Reborn is now ahead by a kill.
Now that was beautifully done there, coming in from the side of Reborn. They knew what they had to do. They knew that there was some out of position plays that was being done from the side of the Philippines. So what they did was they tried to catch Brand Esports with their pants down, and surprisingly they were able to do so. And this could be the first turtle for the side of Reborn.
Yes, correct. A very early turtle, in fact. Lucy could not get hooked in because he's touching over the wall and will be use his ult to actually escape away. Nice move here by Lucy M from Reborn. And looking at the early stages of the second game here, Reborn looks better actually.
Yeah, Reborn definitely does look better, but I still believe that coming in from the side of Brand Esports, they're just one hook away. Oh, there it is. Hayes right now with the infinite suppress. 20 years of suppress will get you repressed and depressed. Oh, I am a poet. As we're going to go into the fight here, there is going to be EJ pushing it out over to the top side. They do want to give a little bit of priority more towards the bot side, though.
On bot side, Mal and Silo will go for the proxy, damaging Leomod's ability to actually push out the lane. But Silo and Luciam is actually waiting to get in mid lane. Absol arrow hitting. I think that is the Kufra. EJ will be trapped and will be going down. Silo has been found out by UJ. A few darkening. Should be fine for Esmeralda. The hook hitting the buff. But you can see that Lunox on the sideline is being chased here. Franco as well. Hayes will back off. And this buff will be given towards Dream Reborn. Now Hayes is in a pickle here. Will be slammed down by the Selena. Winix takes one more kill for Reborn.
Alright, so we're going to be watching here from the side of Bren Esports a little bit of adaptation problems here as Reborn now giving off quite a bit of damage in these stages of the game.
Correct.
I do not like the fact that Brent Esports is struggling a little bit more despite having such an early lead. But remember, it is only a negligible advantage of about what, 400, 300, or maybe even less. So I do think that Brent Esports definitely has the capabilities as well as the tenacity to come back from this. But whether the question that we need to ask here at Matt is it too late?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's too late just yet because the composition from Team Reborn is a very aggressive early game composition. So this kind of gameplay is expected for the side of the Malaysian team. But you can see that UJ is a little bit in a pickle here, but manages to actually use Brilliance to avoid further damage towards that Lunox and as well escaping from dire consequences. Aaron almost gets the kill, but well, damage is not there just yet.
Damage is definitely not yet just there here, but we do see that Syntax now looking towards that Kufra. EJ could be the next victim, but he will be able to get away. Let's talk a little bit about kill distribution here and itemization.
So yeah, itemization. You can see that 2 blades of 7 Seas has been picked up here by Leomon and Granger respectively, and also a winged mask has been finished up. You can see that maybe a courage coming in for the side of that Franco. And not much on the side of Reborn though. They still do not show their core items except for the machete on the side of Lapu Lapu that is used for jungling though.
I can't wait to see. I mean, like we did talk a little bit about how meta-changing the game has been, especially with the introduction of this new item here on the Franco, that third item right there. Oh, but
sitting on Franco, look at the ult onto the area, cannot run away. But where's Coco? Coco extended to the wrong side. Now they have to chase that Hayabusa. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, there is another block. Kufra will jump in, knocking up 2, stunning onto 1. But EJ is all alone. Got his better worst night. But Gregor will try to take the trade and manages to get a kill. Esmeralda goes down, play under the tower. Reborn gets second, almost get a turn, but no, has been eaten up by Selena. Shut down. However, Brand Esports did it off nicely as well, getting a few carries, but that Lapu Lapu almost getting taken down.
Let me just say this now, the goal deficiency here coming in from the side of Reborn now has gotten in their favor.
Yes.
Whereas Brand Esports right now is falling a little bit behind. It seems that the Filipino juggernauts are having a little bit of problems here in terms of holding it together against members of Brand Esports, because Reborn was able to adapt the strategy that fits this fight against Brand Esports.
So now, it looks like game number 2 Reborn looks stronger here. I think they've finally managed to actually find their particular soft spot in order to actually fight against Brand Esports. EJ has been stunned up with an episode arrow, almost gets another stun as well, but manages to sidestep it away. And I'm not sure why Brand Esports is not doing any kind of flip pushing. Meanwhile, Reborn, that Hayabusa is giving pressure in trying to get that turret on the top side, splitting up Brand Esports all over the map.
Alright, we do see that Brand Esports right now a little bit more messy compared to the previous game. We do see Reborn right now has the kill advantage as well as 2,000 gold in their favor with the Grok as well pushing it out. Grok is kind of like a mini Lord here, except he doesn't do the same kind of damage onto the turret. But what's going to be important is if he plays this really well. Oh, it's really top side.
There you go. The suppression is there. Aaron now shadowing away, trying to actually juke it away. And no, never mind that. It's okay. I am Granger. I am good. I am amazing. I'll get that kill.
I was just about to say, Aaron graduated from the school of jukes, but then he got juked, he got duped, he got stopped. But we're going to see more fights here coming in from the side of Reborn. Reborn right now looking to get that vengeance over for their teammate loss, but it seems that it's not going to be good here. One by one, we see Brent Esports now gets taken down. Beautiful stun there from the Abyssal Arrow, and that's going to be 11 kills in total for the side of Reborn. From that fight in total, 3-for-1 exchange in favor of Reborn.
Yeah, there you go. The trade is good. And again, Hayes misses the hook on towards the Lapu. Now the lot is open up for Reborn to actually take Brand Esports in cold sweat, as Team Reborn is coming back after a devastating loss in the first game. The Filipino team has to find a way to actually come back from this losing early game. And there you go. The first lot of the match has been picked up here by the Malaysian team. And Brand Esports, in terms of kills and also goal advantage, quite far behind. They have to find that particular spot to actually gain this game back from Reborn.
Yeah, they have to get a little bit of the space. They have to get a little bit of power spikes. Let's talk a little bit about itemization. We did talk a little bit about itemization just now, and let's talk a little bit about what kind of strategies that Brand Esports needs to use to fight out against Reborn, because Lord has been called out already. So that's going to be an issue here coming in from the side of Reborn. It is going to be pushing over to the bot side here towards that top 2 turret. Sorry, tier 2 turret before it hits the tier 3. So what do you think coming in from the side of Brand Esports they need to do?
I think Brand Esports should play the way the Surgeons played yesterday, delaying the game. Because good stuff, because the pause is there.
All right, so we've got ourselves a pause here.
So again, as I was explaining, because the composition for the side of Team Reborn works well in the early and maybe mid game of the match. However, it does not work well in the late game. Once everybody has gained their items, especially Grog and Franco with tank items coming in. Granger, which is a marksman, scales very well into the late game, which will cause a fallout for all the damages for the side of Team Reborn. You can see that Selena will fall off damage. Lapu together with Hayabusa will not be a problem for them to take over. So what Brand needs to do now is just try to drag the game, maybe play a little bit more defensively, try to get 1 or 2 pickoffs in order to still stay within the goal margin, and also try to prevent any kind of split push, because having a Hayabusa in enemy team is kind of annoying.
I mean, definitely considering the high mobility as well as the high damage that
Hayabusa. Wrong game, bro. Wrong game. Come on, get back into the game.
A Hayabusa. Oh my goodness. All right. Sorry about that, guys. It's been a crazy past few days, and as we're going to be seeing it here from the side of Brand Esports, they are trying their best to actually push it out. Reborn right now with the Lord knocking on the door. This could be the end of game number 2 for the side of Brand Esports. But Brand Esports right now trying their best to pull the trigger, but another pause coming in. And it seems that there is going to be a bit of a technical issue here. I think that there might be a bit of instability for connection here. So, I mean, let's talk a little bit about the Hayabusa. Let's talk a little bit about how split pushing actually works. So, when you split push, right? Okay, so that's 1, 2, and 3. Top, mid, and bottom, right?
Top, mid, yeah.
So, normally when that happens is you want to be splitting the team's resources.
Correct.
Right? So if you get the tank to go up, okay, like the thing that I feel that Hayabusa does really well for split pushing is the fact that mobility is there. Yeah. And the fact that damage is there. Sustain also can be built, right? So he doesn't have to actually go back into base, regen, and come back outside. So he doesn't have to reset that much. So I think the biggest issue for the team that goes for the split push is that if the Hayabusa goes to the top lane and tries to fight it out, and members of Brand decide to collapse 5-man onto members of Reborn, then it's going to be a huge problem because they have to fight it out.
Correct.
If they get caught out, they have to fight it out. But the problem is they can always minimize their losses. Yeah. Even if they lose 2 members and Hayabusa still in top lane pushing for free, I don't see the problem in that.
Yes, that's true. So that's why, as I was saying, Hayabusa is an annoying pest here in the game for Brand Esports, because that split push would be a very good strategy for Reborn to use. If, let's say, Brand Esports manages to actually control over that particular strategy away, then maybe you can see Malik from the side of Brand Esports, which means comeback.
Yeah, the comeback is definitely there, but I still believe that coming in from the side of Reborn, they have committed quite a bit with that split push from the side of Hayabusa. They did it. I mean, yesterday I think one of the teams tried to do that particular strategy as well, but failed because they kept trying to go for the fights. They didn't commit to the split push. But we do see now that Reborn is actually committing to some extent the split push. So when the Hayabusa pushes it out in top lane and then it touches the tower, he can choose to either reset, roam into the enemy jungle, try to go for a pickoff, or join the team and supplement the damage that's needed. But I still believe that how Reborn is actually working around this is they're trying to free up as much lane, trying to build up as much lane pressure as they can over to the top side. As you can see already that a shutdown has come in, but we see how the split push has already paid off for them is that every lane now is being pushed.
Correct.
And because every lane is being pushed, Lord is going to be free up for the side of Reborn, and the higher probability of Brand Esports walking into a trap is a lot higher.
Yes, that's correct. So Reborn doing a very good strat here against Brand Esports, pushing them away into going for a defensive maneuver in towards their base here. So now with Aaron being a high threat here coming into the late game, Team Brand Esports has to find that particular moment for them to punish Reborn over the mistake they might do here. Guidance barrier coming up, but could not actually force Brand Esports to engage into a fight.
All right, as we're going to be seeing here, Luciem right now from the side of Reborn is, I think, trying to clear out as much of jungle objectives as he can for the side of Reborn, and I think this is going to be good. Oh my goodness, there goes the suppression.
This is what I was talking about. Brand Esports really need to find the mistakes coming in from Reborn, and look at wow, 2 shots from Lunox, half HP.
I mean, it's already been said already that Lunox has some really broken damage values.
Correct.
But like I said beforehand, even though Synax has been deleted from the game for the next 10 seconds, a grey screen simulator, Hayabusa still will be able to push out.
That's true, that's true. But he has to be careful again. If Brand Esports manages to actually find a counter maneuver over this big push, then Reborn will be in trouble. Because now, approaching to late game, their damage output may not be as high as they think. Then Lapu-Lapu and Coco flinging out the Phantom Steel, pulling it back. Granger is well for the damage. Lapu-Lapu manages to out and gets the stun, but Coco has to run away. There's no one to tank for him. And now Kufra is there, EJ, but they could not re-engage over the fight. Bottom lane, you can see that CeeLo has no problem handling Coco. Will try to go for a slight push, but still, Brand Esports holding it up. Well, as I was saying, all they need right now is just to drag the game, build up some items, maybe do 1 or 2 pickoffs, which they actually did, and then again, we might see a Brand comeback. But again, I say, Hayabusa, problem.
All right, as we're going to be seeing this fight here, Hayabusa already moving towards the Lord. Yep. There is going to be the Grok as well. They are padding towards the Lord here. So this is going to be a big indicator that they are trying to go for that final little push from the side of Reborn. We might actually see this game go 1-for-1, but remember, it is still pretty close.
Well, 5,000.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, no.
I mean, we've seen it happen yesterday.
Yeah,
we saw teams steal it and turn it around.
Yeah, it was X's boss, if I'm not mistaken. The last game of our CE is correct. They suddenly get that last hit on towards the Lord. Although they lost that game, but that still was nice though.
I think it was nice. I think it was great. I do like the fact that a lot of the teams here coming in from the side of Reborn is actually pathing really well. But also I like the fact that the responsiveness coming in from the Filipino team of Brand was actually pretty good, because they knew for a fact that, hey, these guys are either going to set a trap, or B, go for the Lord. So what happens next? They have to either follow up, or they have to just nip it in the bud and just hope for the fact that the damage output is enough to hold the lane and try to push off the the very strong Lord that's going to be pushing with the lane. I mean, that's going to take a lot of time.
Yep.
And by that time, if they commit, like say 2 or 3 heroes towards getting that Lord down, then what happens to the other 2 heroes? I mean, one hero has to go top lane because that's how Hayabusa is going to be split pushing. One hero has got to go mid lane because that's the amount. They need to at least destroy 1 tower in the mid lane and actually freeze that up quite a bit. So what are your thoughts on this, and how do you feel that Brand needs to approach this situation? Do they need to approach it with a little bit of delicateness, or do they need to be a little bit more balls to the wall, flip the table and start shooting the salon up?
I think delicateness will be a better approach here because they have to pick fights that they think they will think that they will win. I mean, Lord again will be the priority here for Brand to control, because if Lord goes to the hands of Reborn, and all the plans that you have said just now will conjure out. So Brand does not want that. So right now what they need to do is try to maintain map control, especially to the areas of the Lord, which they will have this what you call up area for them to monitor over through. If they manages to actually control that part of the map, they will not get surprise ambushes. Lord will be taken care of very well, be monitored very well. Maybe pushes are not so detrimental, if I can say so, because if you manage to control the map, most likely the minion wave will also work in your favor. So bottom lane as well, they have to take care, but again, priority towards the area where the Lord might spawn and will spawn.
I mean, it's I think the indicator was it is going to be spawning on the top side.
Yep.
For the side of
both teams actually.
I mean, of course, but excuse me, let me rephrase that.
All right.
I think the advantage in terms of positioning definitely lies more towards Reborn.
Correct.
Because of the amount of pressure that they've built up, and that's the thing I feel that a lot of Mobile Legends professional teams do not do.
Yeah.
They actually plan ahead. So they know for a fact that Lord is going to be around this area at this time. So what do? They actually just, alright, we push, we spam the heck out of a strong pushing champion over the top side that's able to push out as well as sustain or at least get away. So I think that's going to be a very good move coming in from the side of Reborn. But Brand Esports, I think they do recognize that there is going to be a Lord steal. There is going to be a Lord fight, so I do like the fact that EJ as well.
Oh, Coco will try to survive here. Momentum has been put out, but Eren could not get the last hit onto us, the Leomord. Leomord has to fall back. EJ now will be left all alone. He's not moving though. Alright, never mind that. Because he sees a Grog, I think he don't have to worry. So now, Reborn will start off with the hits on towards the Lord. This is going to be a 4-man take up on towards that objective here. EJ waiting to jump up, but it looks like Reborn is just setting a trap. And bottom side, you can see that Coco goes down. EJ, and together with the branch of Reborn, has to do this.
Has stolen it!
Have been stolen! But the Selena will go down as well. But at the same time, Lunox will be taken down. Now, Kufra will be left alone. Franco has fallen back. This is going to be a 4-man approach on towards the Kufra, and he will go down. The steal was good, but the aftermath was bad. Brand Esports dropped down their 3-man. Reborn only drops down a Selena and a Lord. They can come back with this. The Lord has been eliminated, and despite Reborn, despite Brand losing that fight and losing the trade, they still dragging the game over. Here's the run towards the ground. The suppression. Report that guy AFK because he did not move for quite a long time. Silo as well, giving free kills towards Brand Esports. And maybe we might see a comeback.
We might see a comeback here coming in from the side of Brand Esports, but how much have they lost here because of the split push?
Yeah.
The reason why, even though they can steal 2 Lords in a row and they still lose out, why? Because of the pressure that's been built up from the side of towards the side of Brand Esports. When you have that much of pressure being pushed onto you and you just feel that pressure consistently, the first thing that you need to do is just relieve that pressure. You need to have this space in between you and the team. Because if it's constantly minions pushing and pushing and pushing, what do you need to do? You need to put resources into destroying that minions.
Correct.
Into making sure that instead of always feeling this, you push back and then you slowly open up. Because at the end of the day, when you are being pressured in a way that does not allow you to maximize your resources, that is a loss all on its own.
Yeah, so, but in our situation right now of Reborn and Brand, it looks like, to be honest, it's slowly favoring Brand. Yeah, they managed to get the steal, but the steal was not so.
I don't think so. I'm sorry. I mean, I have to disagree with you on this,
Yeah.
because I have to disagree with you on this, Matt. Because I mean, I see one thing and you may see another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very subjective. But looking at how Bren is playing, yeah, they have the probability of actually trying to catch this up. But with so many towers that they have to go through, so much defenses, and the fact that Aaron is just hanging out over in the top side. It's just a matter of time. I do like the fact that Hayes as well as Yuji and Rebo are hanging out with one another, so at least the damage output is still there. But then again, it's all a matter of the right time dive here.
Oh,
if they get dived on coming in from the side of Bren, coming in from Reborn onto Bren.
They're chasing Eren.
Oh, they see him.
Eren will... No, okay, he will have time to actually recall back. Oh, I can see the rotation instantly go to the top side. But Eren actually reads that over, and Team Reborn is still dominating over Brand Esports right here. Items are coming up from both team. Cores has been finished, and we can see that, let's see, any kind of shocker in terms of items. Not much shocker here, because the items has been put up from both teams are actually the items that they really need. But Grok, not much, yeah. He has only 3 tank items as for now, similar to Kufra as well, only has 2. So, but all the damages stacked up.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be stacking up here, as there is going to be a lot of issue from the side of Reborn. They're just trying to get the perfect, not to say the perfect synergy, but I think they're trying to look for that perfect little initiation. Oh, Hayes going in for that suppress, but will not be able to catch Lucy M. This is where things are going to get insane, as we're going to be seeing it here. Ruby M, not much damage being thrown out, and nicely done from the side of Reborn here to free up, to build up a little bit pressure on the bot side. Now what they're doing is they're just building up pressure as much as they can on all sides of the game. Yeah. We do see that from the side of Reborn, they are focusing a lot of their attention onto either controlling towards his bottom side here. This is what Reborn really wants. So that's the reason why, as you can see, there is a little bit of rotations towards the bottom side here. With Selena hanging out here, I don't think that... but before that...
Well, Immortality has been procced here on towards the Grog. The Grog will go down. Esmeralda almost get caught here by Coco. Wants the kill very bad, but still wants to maintain the position with his teammates. And now Reborn is down with 1 tank. There is a chance for Brand to actually make a counter maneuver over this information. But looking at minion waves coming in, I don't think Brand Esports would do something impactful as of right now.
Alright, so as we're going to be seeing it here, Aaron right now just doing his...
But look at the minimap though.
Yeah, I mean the minimap. Oh, this is where it's going to turn around.
Yeah,
though.
boy, let's see. Now,
oh my goodness, did Reborn just actually give up?
Silo! No, Silo, Sewe goes into the fight.
Oh my god, no!
They managed to get the Gengar, but they will chain with 2 kills. There you go. Lapu Lapu goes down. Lunox and Kufra gets again. God. And Eren, Reborn, why are you here? You should be split pushing. Why are you here?
Exactly, that's the thing. And this is the reason why Bren was able to try to steal that Lord. They didn't play, Reborn didn't play around that bot side, and this is bad. Oh, okay, this is where Hayes could actually try to go for that hook there onto either Lucy M or Synex.
Yes.
So I do believe that Bren had one big opportunity to catch up there.
Correct.
Right? But the problem is they need... Okay, the only way Bren can actually come back into this is one big way.
Yeah, one big way with one big thump here. Look at that. Eren running very low. Has to shadow away. Oh my god, Eren could not actually make a move. Now Coco will try to go into the fight. He has immortality. Shadow kill has been procced in. Eren falling back by EJ. And Coco chasing for that ninja. But thanks to Lucy M providing that bodyguard service for Hayabusa, Reborn can still be in this game. And Hayabusa, look at that, instantly rotate towards the top, leaving bottom lane and Lord to the demise of his teammates to handle.
Well, now, I do believe that Reborn almost made a grave mistake because they were just left to their own devices. I felt like Bren could have actually taken advantage of that, but considering how close members of Reborn were, it didn't look like it was a good time to be on the side of Bren's team when you are in a very precarious spot.
So now it looks like Hayabusa is going to play his role as a split pusher, causing Coco not to be near to his teammates taking over. But at the same time, Reborn baiting the Lord, making some sounds to attract Brand's attention, and they actually really did. He's coming in, got hit by one of Selena's underlings, but Reborn at the back can see the time to do damage. You can see that his will go down, Kufa goes in, but the positioning of the Granger is just way too far, could not go for the follow-up. Eren is there as well. Now Coco at the back wants to go into the fight right here. Fantasy pulling was two, and Granger gets a go to Lapu Lapu, and he has to come back from Bad Esports, killing spree by the Lunox, taking out the Grog. Now it's a 2-on-1 trade, and Lord is still left standing. UG coming in, providing the last minute sting over Reborn, and now this is a very fragile moment, Hound.
It is a very fragile moment. Oh wait, but before that though, BRE trying their best to catch up onto Silo. And as you were saying, this is a very interesting moment here.
Yeah.
And as you can see right now, BRE now, they're trying to contest onto the Lord. So this could be very interesting. EJ right now trying to give his help.
But Esmeralda will jump in with the Southfall, but here comes the fantasy by Coco. Coco running very low, has to get away. Rebo as well is in the middle of all of the mist. Now Salo against that kill. UG will be the next tag, but Immortality is there. Last hit of the Lord. The last team. Now all they need is just to handle, and Hayes will go down as well to the side of Selena. Kufa is still up, but Coco has to go away. Silo will try to fight with EJ. EJ will go down. Despite the Lord being taken up by Brian Hayes, Reborn still stronger here in this game too. They have 4 men still alive, and only a lonely Leomon defending his own base.
Well, as we're going to be seeing it here, members of Reborn right now knocking on the doors of Brand Esports, so this is going to be very bad for them.
Oh my god, Silo, Esmeralda coming in. It's gonna be a 4v1 fight. This is gonna be a GG. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're gonna go to game number 3.
Oh my god, advance. There were so many opportunities for BRE to actually come back. I'm just gonna slowly sink into my seat. That's how I feel for you Filipinos out there. I'm like,
that was a very tremendous second game here.
It was. I'm not going to deny the fact that Reborn actually played that really well. They played around their strengths instead of playing around the enemy's weaknesses, and that's just great. I think a lot of teams need to learn that not only are you playing against the strengths, playing with your strengths, but you're playing against their weaknesses as well. So that's something that everyone needs to take into consideration.
All right, the mistake was just now Rebo was not in a very good position. He was he went to the front.
I agree. Rebo should have. I think there was a lot of positioning errors here coming in from the side of
Bren.
For Bren, mainly because that. I mean, come on. I mean, your Granger's not even in a good location, not even able to shoot down big shots with big crits down the range, and especially because of that, you have members like Grok and all that. Just like they just stand in front, they just take the damage, and you're like, yep, I'm gonna spin in your face till you win, till I win.
And Reborn playing a very good mind game, if I can say so myself. So many times where they could actually end the game already, but they know if they rushed in to get that end goal, maybe there is a chance for Brand to maybe to actually pull it together. So Reborn, smart move, Pandai, wait for it, just wait for it, see what will Brand Esports do. At first when Brand was hitting the lot, I was expecting, okay, this is gonna be a Brand comeback, but Reborn prove us otherwise. Silo, the Esmeralda was stacked up with items, max level. has the confidence to go into a 4v1 or 3v1 fight, maybe 5v1 as well. And that is the reason why Reborn win. Silo jumps in. All 4 members of Team Brand was nearby. Granger was also within that circle when she uses the Starfall. Jumps in. All 4 was damaged by Silo. Silo being the Esmeralda and also has the ability to tank. Wait for it. Her HP, I think it was half. Then the reinforcement came in. Straight away, they go for the Granger. Granger eliminated out. That is where me and Hound, in our mindset, GG Brand.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing that I felt that a lot of teams actually suffered towards the late stages of the game. A lot of teams at this particular tournament, I'm not talking about your favorite team or like the team that you love supporting, right? I'm just talking about these teams in general, that a lot of these teams do not know how to play, do not know how to push that macro level play, you know? And when we have problems like that, that's when you're going to have little problems. Like all the small things, I have all the problems. Mainly because that if you can't handle the big things, what makes you think you can handle small things as well?
Correct. So guys, since that the players has played quite a very intense game number 2, and even Hound is like slouching over his chair already. So we're going to have a short 5 minutes break here, but we will come back for game number 3 of our first series for Challengers Summit 2019 Finals Playoffs, and we'll be right back after this short break.
6,000 restaurants delivered right to your door. Food Panda. Order food you love.
Spike out towards mid-game fights and skirmishes.
All right, guys, let's begin. This is going to be a best of 3. This is, again, top 6 finals of playoffs. Filipino Pride versus the Malaysian Warriors. Brand Esports versus Reborn. The first to get 2 wins here will go on to the next leg of our playoffs. Brand is going to be on the blue. Reborn is going to be on the red. And let's see, will it be the Filipino Pride winning this game, or will it be the Malaysia powerhouse? And you can see right now Rebo, and he is going to be camping out at bottom lane, fighting against Leomon, which is being played here by Eren. So Eren's going to have a very tough time here handling the Kaja, which the Aldous will be farming up very well over the stacks. But you can see that Coco coming in very fast on towards Malan and very low. You can see the first blood, but Coco goes with the sprint, and first blood goes to the hands of the Filipinos.
All right, there goes the teeth right there onto, onto Cinex.
Yes.
And I do believe that Silo as well as Eren and Luciem now trying to get a little bit of action here. I do like the fact that I think Hayes played a lot of Franco yesterday, so today I think it's really interesting that he is going to be playing a pick composition.
Yeah.
I didn't like the fact that yesterday Hayes on Brent Esports used his Franco hook during picks rather than team fights. I think team fights would have been a lot more
nice reset though.
A lot better coming in, but we do see Rebo right now taking in a little bit too much damage here as Hayes now is going to be poked down from Silo, Eren, as well as Lucy M now trying to get that crab.
Well, but what I like, oh no, never mind then. What about like this bottom lane Coco coming a little bit aggressive here? Eren is running very low. As I was saying, what I like about Hayes and Rebo combo on bottom lane is that this Kaja will actually play a bit frontal assault, giving a lot of room for the Aldous to actually take last hits, where it's beneficial for Aldous to actually gain the stacks in order for him to be the one-punch man. And with the combo done by Hayes, the protection and everything, Rebo, which is playing the Aldous, will have a very good stacking moment.
I think stacks are definitely important here for a lot for heroes that definitely need that that stack building capability. I do believe that scaling is going to be really important. The more he's able to stack early game, but oh my goodness, there goes a beautiful
EJ.
top up. EJ is gonna get taken down.
No, oh my God, that was a very intense moment here. But EJ still will go down, but they take it off by getting that Guinevere. Now they want to go for Lucy M, but Hayes did not want to use his divine judgment just yet. Because it will be a hard time for them to take out that Minotaur. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Eren will be smacked just a little bit by Rebo, but nothing detrimental. So they're going to go back to the lanes and farm. And Rebo is going to be farming a bit careful here this time, as Kaja will be roaming here to help the other lanes. So we might see a very lonely lane here, bottom lane, where Leomon and Aldous might not be confronting each other just yet. However, rotation is coming in though.
All right, rotations are coming in from the side of a Reborn.
Bottom lane.
There are going to be a lot of pushes towards the bottom lane here. Got to be careful that member of Brand Esports does not get caught here by members of Reborn.
All right, welcome back everybody. Kamusta lahat? You're still watching Challenger Summit 2019. Final spare of the first series still yet to be finished. Now we are on game number 3 between Brand Esports and Team Reborn.
Yes, and this show is brought to you by Global ROGS. Don't forget to follow our page. And just now we saw the first match where Brand Esports dominate the game by letting the Aldous get all the threat, which giving him the extra 10 stack that he needed.
Yep.
In the second round, maybe you can a little bit more, where we can see both teams did make some mistake, where Brand Esports do have some out of positioning.
Yep.
And for Reborn, Hayabusa focus seemed to be targeting the wrong target. But never mind, Reborn did take that second game, and now we are just waiting for the third match to start.
As for the third match, it's going to be at match me and Karakuri this time. It looks like our puppy is going to take some rest here after a mixture of games in our game number 2 just now. So now it looks like the draft is ready. Let's get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Draft pick, Brand on the blue, Reborn on the red. First pick, Brand Esports, nicely done. Chow is not banned out. Will be picked up here by the Filipino team.
And we can see the band is Krufa, Harit, Grog, and Kaja. And I like what Reborn is doing, because Reborn is focusing on split pushing meta, and by banning Grog and Kaja, it will avoid early on aggression by Brand Esports, which is what Brand Esports did during the first match.
Correct.
Which disabled that split pushing ability on Hellcat.
Yes, that's true. So now there is a slight difference here on game number 3, because Chow is on the side of Brad. That is a very powerful pick to be honest, because with Chow on the side of Brand Esports, a lot of position play will be put out, which actually could distort Reborn if they were to play another split push strat.
Yep.
However, they pick up two good hero picks as well. Kimi and Selena, very good range damage capabilities.
And both are early game where they have early on a power spike where can, let's see, Kimi can get objective like turret and turtle without problem.
Yes.
Selena have that magical burst damage early on. So maybe they're focusing early game, while maybe there's, depending whether they want to still stick with the split pushing, they will get one split pusher here.
Alright, Brad, Malamik Talaga here, because Lolita and also Minotaur, these two picks, to be honest, I like what Brand is doing here for game number 3. They get very good picks for any kind of comp, because with Chow, Lolita and Minotaur coming in, they can fit anything that they like. Because first of all, Lolita is a hard counter against Kimi, plus Lolita's shield also can actually block abyssal arrows coming in. And Akai on the side of Team Reborn adds in some disturbance if the Akai goes for a Hurricane Dance, and also a lockdown mechanism. However, that Minotaur would be dangerous here for Team Reborn, as the Minions Fury could actually disrupt movement, which is what Reborn needs in case a fight comes out.
And I like how they ban out Diggy, because the first 3 pick is full of CC. Cho with the Red Dragon, Lolita with the ulti, and Minotaur with the Minion Fury. So they need that Diggy to be out of this Land of Dawn.
Yes, that's true. So now the last ban here before we approach to the second half of our picks and ban is going to be a carry ban here. We've seen a lot of carry on the side of Brand Esports being played by Rebo. So by denying that Marksman, maybe Rebo's threat will be slightly lowered down here.
It could be called a respect ban from Reborn here.
Respect ban here by Team Reborn from Malaysia. So Terizla not being banned out will be picked up here by Lucy M for his team. So now the last 2 picks for Brand Esports, I give you the callouts though.
Let's see, Cloud and 1 magic hero. We still got Lunox still available to be picked by Brand Esports.
Yeah, we've seen UG use Lunox just now, but never mind. It looks like it's going to be an announcement of the pick. Oh, much better, much better. I like that. I like the finesse here coming in from Brand Esports. Kadita most likely will be locked in, and that Claude will be the creme de la creme of the composition.
Kadita and Minion Free, those combo cannot be stopped easily. And with Cloud is have one of the highest mobility for marksman, so can easily replace for the Cloud since can easily replace for carry since carry has been taken out by Reborn. But maybe I think Reborn again will be using marksman here because he excels at it. And for Reborn, as of this moment, I'm not sure whether they're gonna still stick with the split pushing. Maybe one more assassin. Yes, they still stick with the split pushing meta. Hayabusa will be in task for that job. And based on this lineup, for me, it's quite balanced, where Brand Esports have that scary combo, while Reborn still have that early game burst damage from Selena, pushing capability from Kimi, while Hayabusa can still focus on split pushing.
Alright, so now this is the last game of the series of their match here, Brand Esports together with Team Reborn. The team that will win this one will proceed to the semifinals in the upper brackets. However, the team that lost or loses this one will fall off to the lower brackets, fighting against, I assume, it's Red Synergy X. So either way, both teams still has a second chance, but it's always nice to still stay in the upper brackets.
Yes, because if you stay in the upper bracket, you still have that 2 life.
Yes, 2 life. Yes, we play Super Mario. The more life we have, the better. But now, looks like game number 3 has started. Everybody has landed to the Land of the Dawn. Brand Esports on the blue, Reborn on the red. Last match of their series. The winner will proceed to semifinals. The loser will fall down to the loser brackets.
And hey man,
yeah,
Kadita is being focused only solo in the middle lane here. Quite where we see the middle lane is just being left alone. Well, usually we'll be tasked with 2 person to actually clear the minion wave as quick as possible to avoid the enemy team to do invasion.
Yes, but this time they leaving the Kadita. I think it will be no problem.
Bottom.
Now rotation from Team Reborn. Oh, EJ!
EJ!
Wrongly flickered to the side, but manages to jump over the wall, but will be enough. Nob came in with the damage, and also Lucy putting in the blender. First blood goes to the Malaysian team.
AJ, what a mistake over there. Wrongly flicker towards the enemy instead of the escape path. And now invasion for the buff.
Another Reborn aggression here. Selena takes a kill as well for the team. A second goes to Team Reborn. And he's caught off guard here by the approaching Team Reborn into the jungle.
And in the bottom lane for Brand Esports, Cloud is being guarded by Minotaur, but Reborn is making a rotation. Gold buff is being taken by Mal, which is using Hayabusa. But in the top lane, we can see Coco. Ooh, Coco got a gold buff, so it's quite balanced there. One gold buff for each team. So the gold balance. Whoop! Reborn, since they get 2 kills only, like 500 advantage in the first minute.
Alright, so a very aggressive play here done by the Malaysian team in the early stages of the game. Picking up 2 kills, very good goal advantage, as right now they are leading in terms of goal, right around 700 goal. So this is actually a very good margin for Reborn to start off in their dominance in game number 3. Mal still staying at bottom lane, trying to farm as much as they can and try to become a threat here for Brand Esports in terms of split pushing potential.
Selena trying to get a pick off here, but not hitting the target.
Oh, there you go, Coco. With a setup, very nicely done, catching the Selena. Selena goes down. Lucy now also running very low, but the damage output of Brand Esports is not spiked up yet, but it's still fine. The Filipino pride gets a kill here. Coco now has to actually endure some wax here from the Terizla, but he will be fine. Jikundo and Shumpo away for safety. But at the same time, Kimi comes out to the top while Brand Esports, the other members are playing at the Turtle Land. There you go, with a slight tower dive here. Reborn gets another kill, and nice steal here by the Malaysian team. Turtle goes to their name. However, traded off with Hayabusa in the process. It looks like these two teams are actually playing a seesaw game here, as trades after trades has come out.
It's still a big win for Reborn. They got 1 kill, they got 1 turret, and they also got 1 turtle from Brand Esports. Even though Hayabusa need to sacrifice himself for that to be achieved. Well, we can see now Brand Esports is trying to, counter back the losses they just had, and we can see that Kimi is still trying to steal that buff from Brand Esports on the top lane. Top jungle, I mean, sorry. But not going to be able to. Coco just there to secure the buff for them.
Alright, 3-2 here. Brand Esports could not handle the aggression coming in from Team Reborn here, especially on the top side where the Malaysian team manages to actually gain that turret, which causes them to gain dominance. But meanwhile, bot lane, Mal just got minions Fury, but manages to shadow transform away, saving his life, will regen and go back to the lane, defending the minion wave from approaching the turret at bottom side.
And he also did get that gold buff, even to intervene from Brand Esports, but Selena, I her hitting that Minotaur, but no follow up.
Another one. No, it looks like EJ has become a little bit bobo here, as he will go down to the hands of Selena.
And we can see that Reborn is controlling the early game very nicely with the band of Grog and Kaja. It's very hard for Brand Esports trying to give them the pressure that needed to stop the pushing power, the pick off, and also the split pushing ability of Reborn as of this moment.
So 3-man of Team Reborn is actually waiting on the bottom side. You can see maybe an engagement coming in, but Reborn taking the step to actually clear a minion wave rather than preparing for a fight. Lucia waiting to actually 1000 powder in. But due to the fact that Team Brand Esports is scattered quite a lot here at bottom side, so Reborn could not engage into the fight. Meanwhile, Coco in mid lane has to defend this push from Reborn in mid lane.
Coco is working hard. He just stopped the minion wave on top, then he come back to the middle lane to stop because the team is trying to get a pick off from Reborn on the bottom side just now. But Reborn now already making rotation towards the top lane. Rebo maybe getting trapped here by Reborn.
No, I don't think so, because Hayes coming in to survey around the area, open up the shield, preventing Silo from pushing damage to the turret. The ulti is there, Flicker as well, hitting both 2, and here's the minions fully hitting 3, but there's no follow-up, there's no damage, and that is just a counter maneuver from the turret being taken down. At the same time, Coco, bottom side, takes the turret, Flicker, just a little bit too overextended, and now Coco has been trapped in by the Akai, and another kill picked up here by Team Reborn.
Off for the positioning from Brand Esport, and now Brand Esport is trying to cover up that loss by trying to get the second turtle here. But Kimi is relentless, is trying to get all the turrets, and now turtle had just been secured by Brand Esport. They will like cover back the losses and trying to catch up with the goal difference as of this moment, where Reborn still have that 2k difference.
Alright, with 2k difference, Reborn is going to extend that margin even further, as they have managed to pick up the first tier tower at bottom lane. Winx tries to actually hold it up at top side. Meanwhile, the other members of Team Reborn is giving pressure towards bottom lane, now rotating towards mid, trying to disturb UG here. Mars still whacking over towards that tower. Lolita opens up the Coco, maintaining two, has been stunned in. Barikinas has been opened by Rakai. Hayes opens up the shield, preventing any kind of projectile coming in by the Kimi. And crisis averted by Brand Esport in towards mid lane. Killing spree looks like Claude has been caught up on top side, but they're going for the trade by taking out that Kimi. That is a one-on-one trade on both marksmen. Both marksmen.
Both marksmen is out, which is a fair trade as of now. But we can see that Reborn keep on getting the objective over and over again. Brand Esport is trying to follow the rhythm of Reborn, trying to stop them on their track. But Reborn is like just doing their stuff, ignoring what Brand Esport is trying to do to throw off their games.
So now, with a very early lead here by Team Reborn, all they need right now is just to try to actually provide or give more pressure to the Filipino team, so that they will be distorted. They will be behind in terms of level, in terms of goal advantage, tower advantage, so that they could end the game. Brand, however, has to maintain composure by not actually getting into Reborn's momentum, because as of right now the momentum is just way too fast into the side of the Malaysian team.
Yep, Selo trying to get that buff.
But Hayes has been damaged quite a lot. Rizla as well coming in, knocking up two. But Lolita goes down, swinging by Minion and Fury together with the Claw combo, giving double towards the marksman on the side of Team Brand Esports. Now Coco will go and hunt. Jikundo is there. The Well of the Dragon. Kimi has been knocked down. Now Selena tries to go for the trade, but Kadita has been hit by the Abyssal Arrow. Nice play here by both teams, but the fight was actually won by Brand themselves.
Yep, that is the combo that we're waiting from Brand Esport, but Mal Hayabusa is not stopping the split pushing. But Brand Esport also covered it up by getting another turtle. And now from 2k, it's only left with 1k difference from Brand Esport and also Reborn. Slowly, Brand Esport is catching up.
But so, talking about catching up, you can see the items here coming in. Terizla has the wings of the Apocalypse Queen, and also Bloodlust Axe. That will be a very, very pesky Terizla to handle, as he can lifesteal quite a lot. Starting on towards the Akai on the sideline, but Selena comes in, jumping in, trying to go for the Claw. Claw has been stunned up very well. Benion's Fury come out together with Lolita stun. They're gonna take Akai in together with Selena, but Selena tries to dash to the side. Shut down by the Lolita. Shadow kill by Hayabusa. Kanita will go down to the hands of Kimi. Kimi now, Reborn will try and take all the trades here. Projectile EJ will go down. Rizlak smacking in. Coco, the Way of the Dragon on the nice timing. Stunned by the Lolita. Coco, what? Takes down that Hayabusa. And that is a 3-on-3 man trade done by both teams.
Yep, 3-on-3, but Terizla is back to the bottom lane trying to get that turret. No more minion, but he's still playing.
No! And then, but that's fine. You can see, I can lifesteal, but you can't. However, Coco said, I got my claw here, man! Let's go! Pumunta, man! Pumunta! And then smacking back, hitting Rebo. Rebo had to teleport out, leaving Dexter all alone. Rebo running very low. Has to open the ult. But the back, you can see Lucy is trapped under the tower. Brand is chasing it. Rebo with the flicker and runs away, and that is a close call by both teams. It almost ended up a death there.
Yep, a good rotation from both teams, trading the damage and changing the mid shield for both teams. So both teams like really balance out the damage, and no one is taking like too much damage until it can lead to a free kill towards the enemy team. Hayabusa being hunted by Coco here. Coco going to low Coco. Are they gonna get? Nope. Mal is taking the safety precaution, trying to back away. Selena is already there to help. Coco, are you going to cancel that recall?
No, he's going to recall, man. He's going to be a bit in trouble here if he actually still maintained on top side. Aaron facing it with EJ for a while, but it's just a face check to actually find safety in case the Terizla wants to go for a push.
But I mean, look at the middle thread and the bottom thread. It's only like one push, just one hit to shut down those threads, and there will be like 6 threads under Reborn belt.
So another turret has been taken down by Team Reborn, this time on the second tier tower bot side. And Brand Esports is now slowly losing towers against Team Reborn. They can have very good team fight potential, but in terms of pushing, Reborn is excelling over that particular fourth. And Ren has been damaged in, but he's fine because Terizla can actually lifesteal very well. And Bizarro hitting it, but Minions really preventing anybody from going to his. He's over somebody else, managed to stun too. Terizla goes out. Lucian is overextended, is not being chased. The Fan Panda will go extinct here, will be taken up by the Cloud, but Lolita will be going down on that straight. Kimi on the side will go and put some more damage on towards Team Brand Esports. And these two teams are like Bruce Lee versus Jet Li, man. Cannot find a decisive answer.
Yep, we can see the kills is 11-11 from both teams. And meanwhile, just now during the fight, we can see that Chao and Hayabusa on the top lane. Hayabusa trying to give that pressure, trying to get that the last threat on the top lane, but Chao is there to defend the Brand Esports home. Alright, and we can see as of this moment, both teams is trying to, get some space between each other, trying to recollect their mind, trying to get that formation and strategy to execute it properly, not to rush things over.
Yes, there you go, not rushing over indeed. They are tied in terms of score, but due to the fact that Reborn manages to actually gain more turrets and also maybe gain more last hits and objective, they are in the lead in terms of goal at right around the 3,000 goal spot. So now, Brand Esports, all they need to do is to catch any member of Team Reborn and get the kill, because the moment where Reborn is down by one member, Brand Esports can actually punish that over the outnumbered that they have. How ever Team Reborn, as you can see now, they are all over the map. They want to play that jumping in. Go done here by Reborn, manages to get the last one towards the Lord. Lucian spinning at the back, but will be taken down soon enough by Reborn. Nope, not yet. Silo comes in to provide the safety, but the Hayabusa together with Terizla has been eliminated. And Silo, you have to be careful here. Hayes could stun you, and luckily that Kimi did not actually extend it to the front. If not, it will be his demise. And there you go, trading off for 2 kills for the Lord. Brand Esports is still in the game.
Yep, even though they got the lot, but since that Hayabusa is gone, it's hard for them to use the lot properly to do a split pushing. And the fight, Hayes is taking damage from Silo, but as a tanker that shouldn't be a problem. And
EJ, look at that bar hash. I know he has immortality, but come on. Keep you on the sideline there, bro.
Yep. Save that immortality for a much more important team fight that is going to be coming up soon enough. And we can see that Coco just now settled or finishes off that lot. So Reborn just wasted one opportunity to end the game, because that is what they needed to be done before Brand Esports Cloud will become unstoppable towards the late game.
The thing about Reborn right now is that they have these two powerful picks, which is Kimi and Selena, because Selena has the ability to actually stun an enemy from far range, and Kimi, well, self-explanatory. This girl is just very painful to handle. So with these two heroes on the side of Team Reborn, they are the reason why Brand Esports could not actually gain this game over from the Malaysian team. the Filipino pride is there, but the spirit of the warrior from the Malaysian team looks more vigor here.
Which is why I said from the draft, from the band pick, from the drafting, I already say for the Reborn is quite a solid formation, quite a solid drafting, because they ruled out the things that will cancel out their split pushing, which is early game aggression, which is why Grog and Kaja is being banned out from the game.
Yes.
And with that out, they have Kimi, they have Selena to control the early game, to give out that big pressure towards Brand Esport, while Hayabusa as a split pusher can do whatever he wants and doing his job.
EJ got caught just a little bit, running on low HP, did not die and proccing the immortality. That is lucky enough for him. So now Reborn, you can see that a few setup of surprise attacks has been done and almost succeed in their plan, but due to the fact that the tanks are the one that did the face checking, so Reborn could not get any kind of secure kills here. Haze opens up the shield, avoiding the projectiles from Kimi. Another Abyssal arrow has been thrown down. And Haze together with EJ has to path properly here. UG is nearby. They want to go for the Kimi instantly, but Silo opens out the spray. Could not get the hit. Stun by the Lolita. EJ builds up just a little bit, blocking the missile, hitting UG just a little bit, and Brand Esport playing it safe.
And I like what Brand Esport is doing, giving the job to stop Hayabusa to Chao, which is being used by Coco, where we know Hayabusa, the only way to stop him is a single target lockdown, which what Cho have with the Dragon. So it's a bit hard for Hayabusa to find that chance to do split pushing, to break that Brand Esport house door with Lucy M.
Oh, the engagement here, Lucy M is stunned just a little bit, but
no follow-up.
Yeah, the follow-up is not
both
there.
teams are playing it safely as of this moment. Do not want to commit to a fight where they can get losses easily, and most likely Reborn is going to wait out for that lot to come back from the grave and trying to use that to their advantage. But Brand Esport could also use that chance to steal away the lot and take back the momentum of the game.
Oh, Coco, alright, almost got a stun here by the Akai. But the buff will be still stolen. But nice timing here by Coco, catching up with the Kimi. Unstoppable. Done by Coco. Now Lucy M is caught in the middle of it. Haze together with Coco will chase the Akai. Yuji at the back. Now Coco opens up the ult, but has been cancelled easily here by the Chico. No, Winex is open to be hit here by Coco. EJ coming in from the back. And there you go, Yuji gets the kill. Now Lucy M is all alone. Double kill. All towards the magician of Brand Esports. And now they have the opening to get the lot. Despite the Hayabusa pushing in the top side.
A clean pick-off from Brand Esport. 2 macho losses. 3 from Reborn is out. Hayabusa couldn't take that risk to do a split pushing because he can get caught easily. Aaron and Mal is trying to stop that lot from being taken by Brand Esport. But a solid defense when still Aaron is still there.
Well, a solid defense is the best offense, my dear.
Yes. And Aaron just have to back away from that lot and giving it purely to Brand Esport. And this is what is needed by Brand Esport to make a comeback.
Yes, there you go. The Pumalik by Brand Esports is in process here as Brand Esports acquires that level 2 lot. At the same time, you can see that Coco and the minimap is doing his own pushing, so to provide more space for the lot to actually enter the base of Team Reborn. Items you can see slowly being bought up by both teams. And Glacial Wand on the side of Kimi will actually pump up more damage together with the Winter Tracheon and also Devil Tears. I think Devil Tears is that?
Yeah, sorry, which one? Yes, Devil Tears.
Okay,
oh no, there's a new item. I forgot.
No, that's not a new item. That's an old item actually. But that is a magic penetration item that will be beneficial for the Kimi. Now the Lord on top side hitting the turret. The turret will be taken out easily here by Brand Esports without Reborn trying to defend it. So right now you can see the positioning of Team Reborn is near to their base.
Yep, and we can still see Hayabusa trying to do that split pushing. But again, Coco is there to stop him on his track. And Hayabusa getting caught by Cho, but in the top lane,
EJ now has to open that immortality. Will go down to the hands of Kimi. Here's Team Reborn trying to do a comeback back. On the other side of the map, bottom lane, Coco traded off the death of his teammate by picking up a kill onto his Hayabusa. Now both teams is less by one member. Coco will try to push it off at bottom side. Meanwhile, Brad will also do something in mid lane.
For me, as of now, since Brand Esports is already prepared to go against or to handle that split pushing from Reborn, I think Mal or Hayabusa should focus on trying to get into the team fight and try to pick off that Cloud or Kadita from the back line. Because as of now, there's no way he can push when Coco is there to stop him.
Yes, there you go. So now, at first, in the middle of the game, you can see from the minimap, Reborn is the one that covers the what you call it, the
They have the better map
They
control.
have the better map control. The lanes were pushed to the side of Brand Esports. Now, coming in 20 minutes into the game, the turnaround is here. All the lanes are actually facing towards Reborn side. Brand Esports maintain their dominance this time by getting the map control and also the minion wave exposition. So now with with the score of 17-12 in favor of Brand Esports and also the goal margin slowly closing in, it looks like it's gonna be level par gaming here coming from both sides. Archive by Ninja Fury. That is so much here from Team Brand Esports. The cleanup is coming in. Reborn losing members one by one. The trade was good. They get the Cloud. Reborn gets the Cloud. However, Brand Esports gets the Selena and also the Hayabusa. Two of the most valuable targets for them to take.
Yep, and not forgetting Coco just hide in the bush because he knows that Hayabusa is gonna try to come back to the back line and pick off their core hero. So by the time Hayabusa is there, Chow show himself and give that wave to the gun quick to him and finish him off easily.
Oh my god, I was actually expecting Reborn to win because when we were hitting in Reborn situation here, they must not overextend. They must actually take care of their positioning where they had a problem in game number 2. And Reborn, still in the game, is now slightly in a small problem here. EJ gaining the stack of Fury Haze, and EJ Minotaur trying to actually maintain the front lines here. EJ is now going big but could not get that minion Fury. Coco on the other side of the map trying to provide pressure to push it outside. Now Kimi in mid, Silo is pushing it together with the minion, but Silo is all alone. Immortality is there. Here comes Rebo opening up the L. I think this is going to be Claude's skill easily on towards
this is
Kimi. There you go.
This is just a suicide mission by Silo to open up that mid lane for the enemy team. But
that is a very bad mistake, you know, to be honest, by Reborn. Now they don't have damage dealer. Brad will be like, okay, I'm gonna go Malakas on all you Matalinos. Because look at this. The fire is brought up by Brand Esports and they try to do something. But Akai puts to the back with the King of the Way of the Dragon by the Chow, taking down the tank. Now with 50 seconds on of Lucy M, there is no Akai. With 20 seconds left to be respawned by that Kimi, Brand Esports is gonna take this Lord.
Reborn opened up the door in the middle lane, but there was a 2 hero from their team and they're now giving the lot to Brand Esports. And if I'm mistaken, this is the 3rd lot?
This is the 4th lot.
Oh my god, it's going to be hard to stop this lot.
Look at stop. Okay, talking about stop. Eren has been caught out on the sideline. The stun is there by the Lolita. And look, Rebo pulling on the back. Eren will die down, but Immortality is there. But it's fine, bro. Trizla, you're gonna go down swinging as the Undertaker of Brand Esports is gonna get the kill. Silo spawns up. Now will die. And there you go. The spin to win. But Rebo takes the double. for Brand Esports.
Yep, and Hayabusa just try to give his best to do a split pushing on top lane, but Chow is there and Lot just we've been called upon in this battle.
Oh my god.
Yep, it's quite hard for Reborn to make a comeback anymore from this. Well, Brand Esports is like especially his name, his power in this match, and this is the last match between these two teams.
I'm gonna sing the song of Adele. This is the end.
Okay.
I'm gonna side of the Filipino team, and then now tries to do something for the ball, but EJ stop the ground. The cloud spinning in from the wet. Ribobo damaging quite a lot to the side of the ball. There is lies no more. Iyon ng wakas. Iyon ng wakas. As Brand Esports will try to go for the end. But nope, not yet. Reborn said, we're not gonna give up. We're still gonna fight. EJ had to jump out. Immortality has been brought down here by Kadita as she dies out. And Reborn is still in this game. EJ as well will be killed here by Silo. And Hayes could not teleport back. Selena caught him off guard. And now the Reborn, the Bumalik, but the Malaysia thing is coming.
And Kimi is still alive, and now is set upon Brand Esports door, and we all know Kimi can easily focus fire on a turret.
Oh my god, the mistakes were made. Brand Esports could not
Silo.
get the end. Now Reborn will go for the Iyon ng wakas.
GG!
And there you go, GG! After 3 games, Reborn defeated Brand Esports in the upper brackets.
Wow, what an exciting match to kick off our first match of the day.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, no wonder this two team is in the upper bracket, my friend.
Oh my gosh, after 3 grueling games, the third game was the decider, was the most amazing here. And Reborn, I thought that this is Brand's game. The Lord is there.
Wait, first it was Reborn game.
In the start, it was Reborn's game. It was a Reborn's game without doubt. Then Brand come back. You can see that Brand pushing in slowly. Okay, this is gonna be our game, say the Filipino teams. But I'm not sure what happened to the fight. They had the lot. They had the positioning well. But Reborn, that tenacity.
feel anything. Look at the amount of shield that she is able to get out. Taku now goes in with the knockup, tries to stay as immune as possible in that exchange, but Bad Apple now has to go away. 3 ultimates being used in this situation, whereas Aeon, Orbi, and Mr. V, the most important ultimates are still available.
Yep, still available, and they are pretty confident to get this lot of available, and they are going to pretty confident to get this lot of
Meow. Meow, he doesn't have his Hurricane Dance.
Meow.
Did he do it? Meow, he doesn't have his Hurricane Dance.